Hey everyone, welcome back to Boundary Waters Camp Prep. We're on day 4 now. Again, there's 3 levels, base level, level 1, and level 2. We always want you to do the base level, so please do that. Today, the base movements consist of 3 rounds, 30 seconds each, of line alternated swimmer and seated alternating leg bicep curl with a minute active stretch in between. And then 6 minutes AMRAP, which again is as many reps as possible. 8 upward dog and 8 tricep dips on the floor, then a half kneeling chop. And let me demonstrate the base level movements. So the lying alternated swimmer, we're gonna lay on our belly. With our hands, arms stretched out over our shoulders. Excuse me. You can either do this with just lifting your chest and arms up, or you can add a little bit of difficulty and lift your feet up at the same time. So you're going to start with lifting up, one arm comes back, touches the hip, forward, other arm comes back, touches the hip. That's the lying alternated swimmer. Piece of cake. Seated alternating leg bicep curl. So you're going to sit on your bench or on a chair, put your hands under your knees, and use your arm to lift your leg. So you're going to curl your leg up like this. So it looks like this. As high as you can. That's the alternating leg bicep curl. The upward dog looks like this. I think some people also call it a cobra pose, but your hands are going to start next to your shoulders, elbows tucked in to your side. You're going to push up and hold 2, 3, and slowly lower yourself back down. Push up, hold 2, 3, slowly lower yourself back down. Slow, concentrated movement. Tricep dips on the floor. We did this, I think, on day 1, but you're going to start with your hands next to your hips, fingers facing, pointing towards your feet. You're going to press your bum up off from the ground, and then do tricep dips. Piece of cake. And then the last movement in the base level is the half kneeling chop. You're going to go down on one knee. You're going to press your arm, put your arms straight out in front of you, clasp your hands. You can use a light weight for this. You can use, if you don't have any hand weights, again, you can use a water bottle. You can use a milk jug, partly filled with water, whatever you have. But you're going to start here, and you're going to go across your body. That's the half kneeling chop. And then you alternate. That's the half kneeling chop. And there is your base movements. Level 1. These are body weight movements, AMRAP. As many reps as possible. So we're going to do, 5 planche presses with a push-up, then 10 bent over W to a Y, and then 10 extended plank triceps press-ups from the knees. And I'll demonstrate each of those now. So the planche press, again, was similar to downward dog. We start up in a push-up position. We do a slow push-up, and then go to downward dog and hold it. Come back to the push-up position. That's that movement. Next is the bent over W to a Y. So again, we're going to start with our feet slightly wider than our shoulders. We're going to get in a position like we're going to be deadlifted. So the hips get pushed back. My upper torso remains straight. And I go into my W position, where I'm pinching my shoulder blades together. And I'm going to extend to a Y. Pinch the shoulder blades together, extend to a Y. You're going to want to probably do this with some light weights in your hands. That's that movement. And the last one in level 1 is an extended plank triceps press up from the knees. So I'm going to go into a knee plank like this, but my feet are off from the floor, and I'm simply going to do a push-up. Keep your hands close. That's that movement. That's it for level 1. Level 2, this is also an AMRAP for 10 minutes. First one is a held overhead press with a march. Then 10 bent over rows. And then 10 overhead tricep extensions. And here we go. So a held overhead press with a march. We're going to start with our weights at our side. We're going to raise them up overhead and then slowly march, lifting that knee as high as possible. That's that one. Next one is 10 bent over rows. Again, I'm going to get into that deadlift position. My shoulders are over my hips, and then I'm going to push my hips back so I'm slightly bent over. My weights are hanging down here below me, straight below my shoulders, and it's a simple rowing movement. Piece of cake. The next one is an overhead tricep extension. So we're going to do 10 of the bent over rows and then 10 overhead tricep extensions, and that looks like this. You're going to put your arms straight up, keep your elbow where it is, drop the weight to your shoulder, and then press it up. I guess you could do both sides at the same time. Show you from the side here. Notice this part of my arm stays pretty well stationary. And that is it for day 4. Let us know if you have any questions.